crisis.
All right. You guys ready for this? Hello, everyone.
Are you ready?
Welcome to another Q&A for our Shattered Earth campaign.
Yay!
Episodes 1 through 50 are up in the air, free for you to comment on, make any questions about. And we didn't get any questions coming in, so most of it's going to be our own player questions. And then on top of that, we also have the ability to, if you have a question about it, you can ask us in the chat. Even if you haven't really watched the campaign, you could ask us questions about like whatever. I don't know. Feel free. Anyway, so if there are new people in the chat or new people watching on YouTube, just a quick little rundown of what this is. So the Shattered Earth campaign is a campaign that I created. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic Texas, and basically a portal opened to another dimension. There was like mythological creatures that came over from that dimension, like elves and gnomes, fairies, and whatever. They came over, and then magic came over from that world, and monsters came over from that world, and then dragons came over from that world, and then we blew up the world to try and get rid of the dragons. And then yeah, 2217. That is the year that this is taking place. I think it's actually almost the end of the year, to be honest.
We're in October.
Yeah, so
We're getting there.
It's almost spooky time.
It is almost spooky time. If we want to be specific, our last game we ended on October 8th, 2217. It's a Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Wednesday, my
Actually, it's Monday, but
It was Wednesday, my dudes. Anyway, so we can just get right into it if you want. Anybody who has questions, feel free to ask. Or we can roll a dice to see who goes first.
Okay. I have to ask this one, so I don't forget to ask this one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Before Beta drove us into the shiny portal where we screwed up a whole other, like, realm,
Uh-huh.
the campfire guy,
Yep.
was he
Campfire man.
evil?
Nope. And if you had stopped to talk to him, he would have given you all of the things to not do.
Okay, that answers. We should have talked to the guy, but we were in a rush, and then we lost
Danger,
2 months.
you know? And shiny things.
We're in a rush. We're in a rush. 2 months later.
Months later. We're that white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, no, he basically was there. He would have told you like the rules and everything. He looked like them because he was one of them, and yeah, just kind of warns people. But yeah, you were kind of like, nah, we're chill. See ya. And it's like, all right.
What do you want to
Now he has no home to go to.
Well, he doesn't want to go home type of thing. It's just he
There
was
you
there
go.
to warn people.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so you answered both my questions, because my follow-up question was, would it have turned into just, like, another combat scenario if we had stopped?
No, he literally was just gonna tell you about this magical place. Blah blah blah. This. There are all the issues there. It's like time is gonna run really funny, so make sure you're keeping an eye on what's actually going on. He would have told you about the tall man, and basically told you don't give anybody your name, don't pick the flowers, don't drink the tea if anybody offers it to you. Stuff like that.
I did all those things.
The rocks.
Yeah, sure. The rocks again were not part of it. I don't know how many
Rocks are
times I
very,
have to tell you
very
guys.
important. They were a big part.
But yeah, no, there was no combat planned. He was just gonna talk to you guys for a bit, and just kind of explain to you what not to do, which is everything you did.
I don't think
Well,
we
you
drank
know-
the tea.
I think I did.
I think Veda did.
No, you did with Elwyn.
Yeah, I did with Elwyn, definitely.
Oh.
Was Gar the only one?
Gar gave.
I think we convinced Gar not to drink the tea,
Yeah.
but Gar gave his
Gar
name.
gave his name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. If I had given them Elaine, would that have actually counted since it's not really
No.
my name?
No.
Beta didn't really count.
I didn't think about that.
No, unless it's your actual name, it doesn't. And again, that's not like actual D&D lore. That's real world lore. So it's kind
Real
of just
Fae lore.
something I threw in. Hey, real world lore. Anyway,
I didn't think about that.
so yeah, I still have yet to do what I'm planning on doing, mainly due to stuff on my own end.
Have you figured it out?
Shut up.
It's a yes or no question. I'm not giving details.
No, I
Maybe.
haven't done it yet. I'm busy.
What, our warlock, our second warlock?
I'm busy.
I'll do it as I work tomorrow and let you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's an S, but I don't know. Anyway, good first question. Did that answer it well enough for you, or is there more you'd like to
Oh yeah,
know?
definitely.
Okay.
That definitely answered it. I've been saving that question since we encountered that guy because it's been bugging me.
Yeah.
But I knew we were having another Q&A, so I just wrote it down and I've been like stashing little sticky notes.
Sticky notes to keep track of your question. Eh?
Yeah. But they were easily accessible.
I mean, that's fair. It's probably good to do it that way. That way you're prepared.
Try to write them down when I think of them, but
They appear.
Veda,
some of my
any
questions I can't ask.
I do. I wanted, maybe this isn't something we're really supposed to know, like the bigger picture of, but I know that a lot of the organizations are tied to each other in different ways, like with the mutants and the Gachet. So us taking out a large part of the Metamorphosis League, I don't know what waves those have caused that we haven't seen yet, or maybe were they more of a solo group? Because I figured they were all tied to each other with deals in some sort of way. Like you do your business, I do mine.
So they are. Some are. Yes, you're correct. The Metamorphosis League, though, was kind of a league of its own. Pun intended.
They loved baseball.
But they never really Yeah, I don't think they really had their deals or anything with anybody. The only people they might have had an arrangement with is the Hopeless, and that was more to like distribute their product. But that wouldn't have been something that was big before they started creating it. It was kind of just, it developed as they were creating. They created this deal, and that's probably where the transportation went to. They took it to the Hopeless so that it could be distributed. Because the Hopeless is basically the people who distribute the drugs everywhere, right? So who better to do it than them?
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, I was just curious. I hadn't seen the ripple effect yet. I don't know if that was gonna just hit us later.
No, the ripple effect is, for them, is kind of nothing really.
Mr. Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny, what's your question?
Both of you guys to assume that I have a question.
Just make one up.
I'm just entirely here so Kenny's beautiful voice can be heard.
Oh.
Please, I'm sure there's something you've been wondering about.
Give me time. I'll try to come up with something.
Okay, I want to know the origin story of Karsten. Will we see him again? I miss him.
Is Karsten alive?
Is Karsten alive?
Karsten is alive.
Yes. Is he the?
Is he still crazy?
So yes and no. He's not the BBEG.
Damn.
I was talking about the still crazy thing.
Oh.
So
Did he ever get a hold of HR?
No.
Maybe he blew up HR because didn't he walk off with like a thing of gas?
Yes. So he actually like has some stuff going on. But I'm not going to give you origin stories or anything. The people who attacked were kind of
Those were people?
Well, they were vampires. They were kind of planned in order to gain trust. So yeah, he kind of orchestrated that so that he could hitch a ride type of thing. So he basically wanted to get to Ecstasy, and you guys had a vehicle, and then when he got in the vehicle, you guys basically were like, we're going to Ecstasy, and he's like, oh, perfect, like in his head. And then he also stole a thing of gas.
Oh, that bastard.
Yeah.
Will we see him again?
Maybe.
Possibly, yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot I got bit by those things. I was just looking through past notes.
Yeah, that didn't involve. That only brought your health down. You can't be converted unless it's a full-blown vampire.
Sorry, maybe next time, Beta.
Damn.
Just go meet Karsten again.
Would I get extra bangs, or would my bangs just get bangier?
They would get fangier, I guess. I don't know.
Curious.
Does she get those and then like a retractable set?
Ooh,
Sure,
that
sure.
goes over? Or
We'll
they
go
just
with-
shove the other ones out like shark teeth and I can use them as projectiles.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I was
one.
thinking like
Beside them.
yours. No, I was thinking like yours and then like vampire teeth go.
No, I go, ching! Just shoot bangs at people.
What are you, part shark now? Just lose a row of teeth and just.
It's sticking.
But yeah, no, he there is stuff going on with him. It's just you guys didn't really do a whole lot of investigation into him. It was just
yeah,
We just
it was
figured
just-
he was crazy.
it was just assumed
I
he was
wasn't
crazy and
there.
that was it.
He is crazy.
Okay.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not
gosh,
crazy. I'm
um,
homicidal.
Only towards children.
Yep.
So I have questions here that I think people have either answered for me outside of this, which I'm fine with asking again. Or I can't ask because Gadget's not here.
Aw.
I'll answer for Gadget.
How many babies does he have floating around Texas?
Way too many.
God.
Every other person we meet is his offspring.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I think like my biggest question for him, because I never got a straight answer, was how he felt about Elaine reading his file and then hiding it from him.
Okay, I don't have an answer to that.
He's cool with it.
Yeah, he's chill.
Apparently not. He took out all of his aggression on my jacket.
I mean,
If you're watching this and have not caught up, you need to go back and watch, because
I'm just
spoilers
saying-
abound.
it was legitimate. Like, that was kind of a, like... You know, like, if one of us wore, like, the Crimson Angel outfit around you, it's like, I like it. It looks cool. It would be kind of messed up. and
I would be
traumatizing
okay.
for you.
So here's the thing. I would be okay with the outfit. The patch would be the thing that's a little like, but also like a Carusian wearing a Crimson Angel's uniform. Think about it. Would be funny.
It would be punk. It would be punk rock.
So
For
took
real.
the uniforms when we killed them.
Also, to be fair for Elaine, it's not the Crimson Angels are what's traumatizing. It happens to be there's a correlation between them and her trauma because her husband was one of them.
Just disguise yourself as her dead husband.
Yeah, if
that's
you
fun.
started walking around or like trying to disguise self to look like him and like stuff like that would be concerning. And that is when I'd have to be like, okay, we need to step back from whatever this is. And
I'm sure
not
she
do
has
that.
a reason. She wouldn't do it if she knew it would hurt you. She would.
No, I wasn't. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't wearing the jacket constantly to just get a rise out of Gadget over it.
You sure? Sure seems like it.
Pretty sure. I mean, also, if you think about it, yes, it's Texas. Yes, it's the apocalypse. But it is getting to October. And if you remember Elaine's original character art, she doesn't wear sleeves. Like, sleeves are bullshit.
These are
So
bullshit.
it just became a matter of convenience. Like, she took it as more of a, like, yeah, I just
Well,
killed you.
if-
Like, you've hurt my friends, you've hurt people I care about, you know.
If you look in the background of the stream, there's a lane on the right.
Oh, yeah, you can see me there. Sleeves are bullshit.
Yeah, same for Beta, but she has fur, so she's warm all the time.
Yeah, Beta
So
doesn't
the
need a jacket.
the consistency of actually wearing the jacket, it became more a matter of convenience with the fact that it's technically October. It wasn't yeah, this is how I'm gonna
bullet
get a
holes.
rise out of jacket. It added character. Those were my bullet holes. I did that. Also, it's like a trophy thing.
Mm.
She was the same way with Ruben's shotgun from really early on in the campaign.
Hmm.
But then that got taken from you too.
And then I squared up with a priest, and the lackeys that were with him just kind of looked at me wide-eyed, and I just winked at him and walked out, because he was like, you know, give me the gun, blah, 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 and I was like, fine, take it. So I lost trophy number 1, and then, I guess for Elaine, because of how much she's heard about the Thomas character, and, you know, how much it hurt Gadget, and everything he's done, plus, you know, he ran off with Quinn. You know, like, it's one of those things where it's like, someone trying to hurt the people that she actually cares about. If I can take you out, I'm gonna keep something to remember that by. Because it's more of a, I help protect my friends. Like, you get a gold star, blue ribbon, whatever.
I'm sorry, all your trophies are taken away.
That's okay.
What's Elaine gonna take from Silence and Dust? He's naked.
The little head.
Ah!
Gross.
Put it on a little chain. Make it a little voodoo head.
I'd probably find something that they have that may be of.
You don't want a shrunken head?
Okay,
I
They fight.
don't.
I
But
have
if
a
I did, I would hang it from the rearview mirror of the truck.
I have a question for you guys actually.
Okay.
Mm.
So in our last 5 or 6 games, there's been a lot of big reveals, like massive reveals.
We've done a lot of lore drops lately.
Yeah. So I want to know, A, which one has been each individual person's favorite, and B, which one has been the most shocking for each individual person. And not necessarily character-wise, but like player-wise. So we'll go with Elaine first, because I'm just gonna go with how you guys are on my screen. So
Okay.
Elaine first.
So I think honestly, I think I have more than one answer to this, but
That's
the
fine.
first one that's both surprising and was one of my favorite lore drops so far was actually last game, finding out that my father-in-law is Elson. Because that just opens so many more windows of like, what is going on and what are we getting ourselves into? Because honestly, I had thought, and I mean, it may still be along the same lines because we don't know everything yet. My original theories were that he was, it was gonna turn into one of those like Hunger Games scenes where they took PETA and they brainwashed him and all of that stuff with like the Crimson Angels or the Life Takers or something like that. And we were gonna stumble on him, or like the same thing with the Life Takers. I had this thought of, man, it would be so screwed up if we find him and that same like serum or whatever that they used on Elaine before, where she saw all of her friends as Crimson Angels. If that kicked in the middle of a fight and she ends up fighting the people that she cares about, like, it was like crazy, which would 100% I felt were still within your realm of like possibility.
Yeah, like that.
But I think I was so focused on just the story in itself that I don't, like, as it's going, I don't put all the clues together immediately. And so the last couple of games, with that being like that latest lore drop, was just like, oh, I might have to kill my father-in-law. Fantastic.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's my assumption, because I don't think Elson's the kind of person that's just gonna give up.
No, not really. Considering he's been doing it for so long, right? But yeah. And you said you had more than one answer?
I think that's the big one.
And you said that was both your favorite and the most shocking for you?
One of the most interesting ones, I think, was actually getting the gossip with,
Duke?
with Duke, with the
Favorite
children of the
informant.
end actually being in the Gachet's pocket. I thought that one was really interesting, because, I mean, it shows even if people are throwing them out of town, like, well, it might not be for very good reasons, people are still finding something useful they can do, because it's always been like, just nobody wants them around, so they just make their own way and stuff like that. But more and more things come to light about what is actually going on. I didn't think it was that interwoven, at least with them.
Everything's connected.
Everything's connected. I'm realizing.
Veda, how about you?
My favorite is knowing more about Elwyn, since he does, as a personal stake, live in my character's brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think we all knew that he was basically related to the elf fiasco. But learning that he was like was he a simulacrum?
I think I said that, but
Simulacrum?
he's a clone.
Simulacrums are a little bit different, aren't they?
Simulacrums are a little bit different in the sense of they can be gotten rid of really easily with Dispel Magic. Clone is a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, that
And
was
like,
very...
and that's the thing. Like, if Elson wanted to get rid of Elwyn, all we would have had to do is Dispel Magic. So, so that's why I kind of like I might have changed it like mid conversation. But yeah, he's a clone.
And that, like, learning more about why it was because he's deteriorating, but how he ended up kind of in exile from his other half and all that is going to be very cool to see.
Yeah, I definitely think it's interesting to actually find out why he was in that flower garden after all this
What's he
time.
doing in his other dimension, and why there? Or does it just, there are like pockets he can kind of reach out to from whatever dimension he was in, just like weak tears in the veil. But yeah, I thought that was very cool. Finally some good figuring out why he was there and why he's living in our brains. My brain. Most surprising out of the whole campaign definitely is Dash cheating on his wife. Like, that still floors me. I can't believe it. 10 out of 10 would not expect. I thought they were perfect for each other. No, but
They had a
Wow.
connection.
but I was not expecting Elaine to be twirled in with the elf fiasco. That I thought would be another separate thing with that. We were having like our Metamorphosis League arc, and eventually we get to the Crimson Angel arc and figure out what was going on there. But to learn that that's tied with the Portal Elf arc is it's very did not
Yeah,
see that.
Elaine is like outside of the Metamorphosis League arc, Elaine has kind of found herself right in the center of like these two looming situations that we have going on with the Crimson Angels and Elson and Elwyn and just everything.
Yeah.
And then somewhere in the middle of all of that is Talia, which we're still not sure exactly what she's trying to accomplish, but
Well, we've kind of established she's a sorcerer, right? We just don't know
I think
what
she's
bloodline
a
she is.
bard.
She's a bard.
She's a bard, okay.
Yeah, because she cast inspiration on Gadget.
Oh, right, I forgot. Because he can't use computers.
I had figured she was, even without the inspiration with, like, getting there and stuff, but I kind of pieced together, it was like, she really wanted a bardic book for her collection. Which we still kind of got paid for, actually, even though I tried to give it to her as a gift.
Well, you gave it to her as a discounted price.
I gave it to her as a thank you, and she thanked me with money.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for this. Thank you.
It's like Animal Crossing when you give your villagers a gift, and they go, "Well, I can't let you leave empty-handed," and they give you another gift back. It's
Exactly.
the same thing.
How cute.
Yeah. All right, Kenny.
Well, I'd say my favorite would be learning how the Gachet are linked to the mutants and that my parents might still be alive and Veda killed them.
You're welcome.
Hey, she might have only killed one. You could have killed the
They're
other.
alive.
But
Maybe
the,
that's why they were chasing the
situations.
truck.
They're like, oh my goodness, my son.
Bam! Eldritch Blast.
The one that surprised me the most and hit me hardest would be Elwyn's backstory, primarily because emotional trauma.
No, we don't do that here.
Emotional damage.
But I also really didn't expect Veda's parents to be alive. I thought they were buried under rubble forever.
All of
I
our
feel like this
parents
is
are
worse.
alive.
Her whole family's just alive and chilling in different places. Like they got to the surface and they just kept rolling.
You'll get them all together eventually.
Anyone wrote off as dead in our backstories, Madison's
Right?
just bringing back.
Is Grandpa alive?
No, he died.
Is Pawpaw here?
He died.
I mean, okay, so to be fair, the way I wrote my backstory with some things, and Madison knows this from just playing multiple characters in his games at this point. I will always write a backstory with holes and alluding to maybe not. With some things that are like, yeah, this is for sure like things that happened. You can't screw with the timeline on these things. But like Byron, the house was trashed and there was no sign of him. You know, I had no confirmation or denial of what happened. So it was like, maybe? And now, we've gotten giant lore drops and things were not as they seemed. So, I think it's fun that way because I feel I'm more invested when I have no idea what's going on. Even with my own character. You drop something, I go, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Veda's camera.
But that brings up a good point. Is Veda excited that her parents are still alive after the way she reacted with Bernadette coming back?
She is very apprehensive because, like, her parents don't like her very much. So that's going to be an interesting rescue mission on whether or not they'd actually be grateful in the end, or whether or not they're actually just running the whole place.
I can shoot them if they're not grateful, because I don't want to hear any of that shit about Veda.
That's why she's like, I wasn't gonna mention it. Maybe they're tabaxi there. Maybe we save them. Maybe they don't see me. Yeah, it's gonna be very awkward. And plus, if they find out that she wanted Bernadette to stay dead, then yeah, she's definitely disowned. So
I would love to see how we can save them without them seeing you.
We could put a
Let's see a
bag over her
mask.
head with just eye holes in it.
yeah. With one ear flopped out, so they just immediately know.
Well, yeah, we gotta give you the, like, ear cutouts so that you can hear
So
properly.
it's like this.
Veda, you need to fix your internet. Your camera went blurry, and now the video on the stream is gone. That's fine. Don't
Oh.
worry about it.
I'm
I
sorry,
can
it looks
see a
fine
line on.
Skype.
I can
That's
see
okay.
a line on stream.
You can see a line on stream.
It looks
Yeah.
like her video's behind the images.
No, it's just very skinny. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's shrunk, and I don't know how to expand it
Um,
because it just dances.
when it's that
I'm
small, it's
sorry.
very.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how to. Should I hang up in here? Rejoin.
That's okay. I'll be alone on camera.
Oh, now
No?
you're massive.
Hey. Hey.
All right, sorry about that, guys. Next question that I have as well. Has Elaine's opinion of Talia changed after the night that they had together?
Suggest.
The short answer is a little. Parentheses, it's complicated. Like, a lot of what Elaine said to Talia was genuine. Like, she did appreciate what Talia was doing for her. And, you know, she did mean it when she wanted to thank her for giving her back more than just motor function with greater restoration.
Which is nice too, you know.
I mean, which is great, but, you know, she got back more than she thought, and that did mean a lot to her. But at the same time, aside from, like, those two instances, Elaine is still very wary, but has resigned herself to, I am not gonna be a total standoffish bitch to Talia. I need to try and repair this relationship so it benefits us further down the line, potentially.
That's fair.
It's kind of turned into a keep your enemies close situation. Like, she's just trying to build that rapport without it being like goo-eyed gadget. Just drooling constantly when he's around her or whatever. She's trying to be her friend in the only way that she knows how, and that is not something that she's really used to. 'Cause
Fair
even
enough.
with most of y'all, she just kind of mothers you more than it's just like, yeah, we're friends. Which you guys are, but, you know, I find myself a lot more often mothering the group than I am just hanging out with friends in comparison.
You're not the group mother.
Give me one good reason why I'm not.
C, do you have anything?
No, she gave me allowance last week. last month and on there.
I also tried to tell you not to wander off too far when we ended up in that Fey realm. Kenny.
Yeah, there was that.
And you kept moving.
It didn't turn out well for me.
That's what happens when you don't listen to Mama Elaine.
All right.
Wait till we tell your dragon mom about this.
Any other
Oh shit.
any other questions for me?
Oh, I do actually.
Okay.
With Mr. Musk, are you changing any of this based on recent Twitter events
No.
on
not
how
at
we
all.
portray Mr. Musk? Okay. Is
Since
Twitter
Twitter
involved
events bother
in this
anyone here.
Future Dome in any way?
Sorry, what was that?
Is Twitter in the Future Dome we're inside?
Oh, no.
Do they tweet? No. Is it called chirp so that we don't get?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's not a thing.
Is Elon Musk still alive as like a head in a jar kind of situation, like Futurama?
Please,
Don't know.
please.
You
If he
gotta
was
do
with
that.
me.
Any resemblance to real characters is all a coincidence.
Yeah, totally. Let me see.
Good
I'm
thing this
pretty
isn't
sure-
animated.
I'm pretty sure names are free domain.
Unless you've copyrighted your own name.
You can't. I was looking into copyright laws recently.
Why?
Because I want to start a woodworking company, so I was like, do I need to copyright shit? And there's talk about copyrighting names.
Okay.
I don't know if this is still I don't know if this is still a plausible theory, and you're probably not going to answer it anyway. But one of the things that I had thought with Elwyn and their cult that they've created was, even though he said that there's nothing there anymore, if he was trying to find a way to just like take people back to chorus. I don't even know if that's a possibility, but that was my theory a while ago. I still have it written down.
That isn't necessary.
I didn't think it was anymore after recent lore drops, but
Like he wasn't even on.
oh, he was cloned here?
Yeah. What, like, the thing is, like, why would there was nothing on chorus that would have caused like corruption in Elson necessarily. Corruption didn't happen on chorus. Like in the flashback, it wasn't corrupt. I feel like I'm giving out a little bit too much information.
Do you have like, are Kenny's friends being like tortured one way or another while we go through other things this entire time, or have you just had them on pause?
On what? On pause?
Mm-hmm. We have ignored Kenny's friends for a
No.
long time. Are they?
What?
You wanna know?
I'm
You wanna
still-
know something else?
Hmm?
You told River that you would be at Dez's place when you were
Oh,
asking
shit.
her to bring information to you.
Aw,
And then
we
you
didn't
guys
go
went to
back
Talia's?
Dez's. So Dez got the message, right?
I
Dez
don't know.
lives there. She was hanging upside down.
Yeah, she should have got the message. I am very afraid of what's going to happen with my friends because before we started this campaign, I was talking to Madison about it, and he brought up the Walking Dead choose which one of your friends dies situation.
Mm.
Well, you've already done that though.
Kind of, but that was an easy choice. Just had consequences now.
Just like telling people plans that you promised not to tell.
Hey, I learned my lesson. Nobody died yet.
You say that all the time that you learned your lesson, and yet stuff like this keeps happening.
Yes,
So-
but usually I don't watch the woman I love disintegrate.
So, as players, we know what Kenny's first favor is. How much worse do you think they're gonna get from here, Kenny?
I honestly, unless they're going to be like, kill your friends or like kill your party, I don't think it can get worse than killing a cute little girl.
Is that a challenge?
What if you have to re-mutinize?
Screw it. Yes,
your
that is a
lady?
challenge.
Okay.
Kenny won't survive to see them all anyway.
Damn. Damn.
It's okay for your, like, final one. Elwin could always just tell you to, tie your wings back and jump off a bridge. You'd have to do it. No loose ends. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
If Elwin really wanted, he could kill Kenny pretty easy. It's not like.
Oh, he could kill any of us
He could
pretty
kill
easy. I feel
everybody.
like it would just be funny
Yeah.
for him to use the last favor for Kenny to do it himself.
I found it funny that he tricked Kenny into getting 4 more favors.
That is
I mean,
so many favors.
Didn't he say that he got the majority of them since he's been with Veda? All of the favors that he has with people?
Yes.
I am crushed that I have to do 7 freaking favors for him. 7
Only 6
anything
after this one.
favors.
Yeah, it's only 6 after you.
Oh
kill Molly.
yeah, only 6 after I kill your what is it, step-niece?
Peace.
No, it'd be my niece.
Niece?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how family crap works. So yeah, no, I only
So-
need to kill your niece.
So, Veda,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel now knowing that you turned my brother-in-law into a zombie temporarily?
Listen. Listen.
That
John
was
is
hilarious.
to rot in the truck for like a week. Like that was on all of us. And hey, you know what? Poetically, you attended his funeral.
I
Yeah,
did.
You helped burn the
And-
body.
I actually said words at his funeral.
You did.
And
We hugged.
we hugged it out.
It was a moment.
And I didn't even know. I feel like Elaine deep down inside, like there was just like a bead of knowledge that she was like, I don't know what this is, but this whole situation really,
Information.
really sucks.
Do you think that Elaine has put it together yet? Or does she just think it's a random Owen?
I think she started to piece it together because I mean, like with whoever was asking questions about her to River and her gaggle of information brokers. Once she got the name, like it took a second, but it immediately clicked who it was. So I don't think it was like an immediate like connection.
Yeah, but I mean, if that
But I
lady
think-
was, that is a pretty solid connection.
Well, and so I think it's kind of the same situation with Owen. Like she hasn't. I don't think Elaine's fully processed it, but I don't think she would overlook the coincidence of his brother being named Owen. Especially after also knowing, like, being reminded of the birthmark scenario with Byron. And knowing about the birthmark with Owen. And that Molly has the birthmark. And just that whole... I mean, I have one page in here that was literally just doodling the birthmark. When we first...
When I sent it?
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
first got Molly back and everything like that.
Okay.
So I think it's taking a second, but I definitely think she has more of a stake in everything going on with Molly and figuring out what's happening.
So this probably doesn't say anything good about me, but I'm actually kind of excited for the game where I get to kill Molly.
Really interested to see how that's gonna go.
Me too. Like, I don't
Morbidly
want to kill
very
her, but I want to
interested.
see how that game goes.
Oh yeah, because it's like that not Skyrim quest, the Oblivion quest, where you kill everyone in the house and you get to choose the different ways and you just replay that. It's fun. It's a good time.
Okay.
Okay, Kenny, since you're so excited about it, how easy of a task do you think this is actually gonna be for you?
I think killing her will be easy. How hard would it be to kill the 4-year-old? Getting away with it, not so much.
Relatively easy.
Because
Emotionally damaging.
I've told Veda this, like, outside of game, and I will not repeat it now, because I'm not gonna remind you of it. But there are things that you're not factoring in with this.
Probably, but it's also Kenny.
Which is really fun for me to sit here and just kind of watch it play out.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get caught. I'm just hoping it's after the fact.
I mean, how getting into like the mindset, okay, Kenny's planning a murder. He's planning the perfect murder, so no one, like the locked room murder with a -1 intelligence. How does this go? Like, what?
You're also.
in?
I'm also factoring dice rolls in.
Because I mean, Veda would just like like she just punched this kid once, or like Eldritch Blast probably, or just yeet them somewhere. Like it's there's not a lot of like intense thought that goes into this for our characters.
So here's my entire train of thought. Don't want to get caught, so you gotta be quiet. So you be sneaky, so you take off your gear and you be sneaky.
You're gonna kill a 100-year-old child naked?
No, I have clothing other than my armor.
Okay.
This is getting worse and worse.
Guns are loud. You can't be loud if you want to be sneaky. So I'm not using my gun. My
You're
big
using the
sword
punching
is very awkward, so that also wouldn't be good. So I'm going to sneak in, and to make it so she's not loud, put a pillow over her face and cut the throat, and then she's dead. But then, there's potentially
with the pillow,
evidence that's
Jesus
behind.
Christ.
Let's light the body on fire. Oh, everything around it's burnt. Oh, what happened? Nobody knows. Kenny's free.
He lives with her mother and Emily.
Yeah, they might be casualties.
You would kill
Collateral
Emily?
damage.
I know we don't go with like alignment in this game,
But
Jesus Christ.
okay. So how can I
Like Kenny's
save?
going from neutral good
To like chaotic evil.
to chaotic stupid evil.
How can I save Emily or the mother without making it very suspicious of why I'm here and the kid's room is on fire?
I don't know. That's for you to figure out and for me to catch you in the act.
No, it's not for me to figure out. It's for me to ignore that they might die. If Elaine does catch Kenny in the act and kills him, I don't need to worry about 6 other favors.
I mean, they have like cattle and stuff. Like they're building up a society. You could feed her to the pigs.
Don't give him ideas.
They probably don't have pigs. I think we had one mutant cow.
I did think of finding her when she was walking alone and just taking her, killing her, and like leaving her out in the middle of the wasteland for the wildlife to get rid of.
Those
Picking her
lone
up and
dogs.
flying away.
Pretty much. Fly up,
Oh,
drop her,
puppy.
fly home.
Roxanne and Shadow have their jackets on too. They got their little sweaters. Shadow's too big for me to pick up.
Anyway.
Sorry, next question.
Getting away from that super dark question, Anything else?
Penny, do
Okay,
you have
okay,
any
okay.
questions for us?
Yeah, have you
Nope.
thought of anything yet?
Nope. As soon as I was like, I need to think of questions, my mind went completely blank.
You know, they don't have to be like things that happen in game.
Yeah, but
It could
it's
just
like
be-
it's putting me on the spot, and I'm terrible like that. And it's not like I knew 2 weeks ago I needed questions.
I have a question. How the hell do you think you're gonna be able to run a game?
It's not gonna go well. Let's be honest.
Because you just said putting you on the spot is literally not, like, doesn't go well.
I mean,
guess
you
what?
play D&D. 90% of what you do is on the spot.
If you're running a game, your players put you on the spot 100% of the time.
I think everybody knows that, at least at the start, I'm not gonna be good at it in any way.
Good to know.
I don't think any of us care personally. We just want to play D&D.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for, and then like I have you guys to help me out when I am messing stuff up, because you are all aware that I've never done it before.
That's fine. I've got a few DMs here.
What?
Never. So let me see. Yeah, everybody. So like, and then we've already talked about like the big Elaine things, and I did want to see kind of a little more with Gadget, but he's a hoe. Let's see. Mutant stuff.
The thing I want to know, and we'll probably, like, it's probably obvious, or probably, like, we'll figure it out eventually, is who exactly killed the Crimson Angels in Rift Labs that you had to clean up?
I think that was just another group hired by Talia. Like, she has her
I
assassin
assume that
group, and
she
has
made-
her...
Yeah, but she also has Kara,
all
who's
changed.
really good on, like, both ends of that.
Yeah.
Kara's an
She could
angel.
kill a
She's
whole
not doing
room of
anything
people
bad.
by herself. Like, she's a badass, but that was a good amount of people.
I don't know.
Unless you did, like, Metal Gear Solid style and just, like, snipe them as they were doing their patrols.
How do you feel about Kenny and Kara finally hooking up?
I'm so proud of him.
I was mainly asking Kenny, but I guess you can be proud of him too.
Well, because we always teased him for being so innocent and...
I mean,
Surprise!
he did nothing in that scenario but follow Kara's lead.
I just
Yeah.
love that Kara was like, just don't say anything, okay?
No, Kara's like, this dumbass right here, this one's mine. And she just lives her life that way. Oh. Like, what are... I know we're not supposed to know a whole lot about what Kara and Talia are up to. But
what are they up to?
But what are they up to? Like, what's... I get Kara's extremely grateful she became close with Talia. Talia's goal, I guess, is to get very close with a lot of people.
As a player, I want to know how Kara turned into a cleric.
She didn't.
So she's like a...
She's also Barty.
rogue. She's a rogue bard.
I thought she'd used a spell at one point that, as a player, I only know as a cleric spell.
Yeah, that was a mess up on my part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That makes more sense.
Well, does
How
Kara have
far
like
are
long-term
we from a
goals
TPK?
with Penny, or is she just kind of like living in the
Too far
moment?
out.
But my
Away.
true allegiance is
Wait.
over here.
Sorry, I just got a text. I thought it was going to be a question. What was that?
More of like Kara's long-term goals. Like, is she really looking for a future kind of with Kenny, or is she more like, I'm doing the thing with Talia, gonna be with Kenny as long as I can, but like if the divides came down.
If the divides came down to it, you guys would have to work real hard probably to convince her to not stay with Talia. And everybody is all like, oh, she's got Kara under a spell. It's like, Talia is honestly a nice person. It's just you guys don't trust her. It's like, what she did for Elaine. Yeah, actually, that's another question I have for you, Elaine. What's your thoughts on the fact that you got a response?
Terrifying, actually. Because, I mean, Elaine doesn't understand the full extent of magic, really. Like, she understands a little bit more than she did. But at the same time, now it's like, oh, I want to ask him, like, 20,000 questions and all of this, but it's... magic doesn't work that way, and it's just a whole complicated thing. But there's also part of her that's like, I just want to be able to talk to him. And she can't. It's having to do this, like, weird third-party walkie-talkie.
Sure she can. All you gotta do is talk to Elwin. He'd give you some magic.
I don't know if I could do that.
Let's make a deal.
No,
Look.
you get a ton of magic strawberries. You'll get the right spell eventually.
Eventually.
So, with the what side would Kara be on? If something like that suddenly happened, there's still a solid chance Kenny would choose Kara over the party.
Especially now that you've hooked up with her.
Even more reason.
Okay.
You're invested now.
I am.
So far, who has been everybody's favorite NPC?
I kind of like River. Like,
River's cool. River's a cool chick. She's got it all put together.
Even with how much I hate him, I would have to say Elwin's my favorite.
Elwin's definitely really entertaining. I think I'll also have, like, a special place in my heart after all this time for Emily.
Yeah.
Because
she's gonna burn.
Hashtag girls night. Beta, that's all we have to do to keep Kenny from killing Molly. Is just keep having girls night.
Every
But
night.
you guys
girls
don't
every
know
night.
I'm gonna
Just
kill her.
Emily.
But
I mean, we generally
you
always
guys,
say it.
you guys will
Emily's.
be drunk the entire time is the issue.
That's true. That's true.
Do it, girls' night.
Not Molly. Emily makes really bad drinks anyway, so I don't think we could stomach very many of them. Because last time they were awful. Oh, here's a general question for you guys on the Talia topic. Do you guys think, because we're gonna gossip now because he's not here, do you guys think that Gadget actually wants a relationship with Talia, or is just doing some, like, long game shit?
It is a sudden turnaround for, like, if he wasn't like an old elf man, I would say it's general simping. But because he is an old elf man, I see it as a calculated. But Talia is also like a calculated half elf lady. She's been around, so I feel like she can immediately suss that out. I don't think it's gonna turn out well for him.
I'd say it's kind of a mixture of both. He
With
wants her, and he also knows how it could benefit him.
With how he was acting when he was drunk, I feel like it's kind of a he actually wouldn't mind being with her type of thing.
They've definitely had moments.
I mean, I think it's cute.
Where they've
I just don't-
connected.
I don't think it's gonna be a long-term thing.
I don't think it would be a monogamous thing on one end. Is my
Yeah, Gadget's a hoe.
Established in lore. Yes. And dash hose.
So after the last game, Gadget had expressed a theory that even I don't know how I feel about it yet, so I wanted to hear how you guys feel about it. So we all know after the lore drop, like, I am within the Adcaeus, like, family
Tree.
Mhm.
bullshit now.
In it.
So, I know you probably remember Veda. I don't think Kenny remembers. But in my, I guess flashback is the best word for it. He mentioned I can't talk. Byron mentioned he has a brother and a sister. We know what happened to the brother. R.I.P.
Yep. Turned him into a zombie.
Gadget's theory, because I had expressed one of my new like questions building in Elaine's head is, well, I know what happened to Owen, so where's Naomi? Gadget's theory was one of a few things. One, Naomi is Talia. Two, Naomi is Talia's mother, or like is somewhere down that like line.
I can see her being the mother because she says she came from very well-off parents.
But I guess
know.
considering like if you're a powerful spellcaster, well off could also theoretically mean Elson. But I don't know, that one doesn't like, it doesn't vibe right with my heart.
Does not bad.
I do, however, think it would be hilarious if it is like his half sister, and it's
Oh
just me
my
and her just
God.
constantly butting heads on shit.
I'm trying to see back when we had the going up goop flashback. There it is. The young woman. Elson. No, Elson goes through, but he saw someone. Let's see.
What are we looking up?
The vision that Dash and his ex-wife had.
Ex-wife.
Valianthia. That's such a good name.
It is.
I like that name.
That's what I thought they were attached to this. I know her mom said that she didn't remember them having any special marks or tattoos, but it could be possible that they erased their memory for the same, like to protect themselves. So I thought his family, well, his wife's family,
I think they are
the ones to
so
look
I
at
think
as
they're
being related.
I think they're connected, but not blood connected. Because Ilaria had mentioned that she knew Elson, just not very, like, intimately. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, the only other thing I could maybe think of as a good theory as to if Talia is in the Adcaeus family tree was, didn't Ilaria say that Elson had a sister?
Yeah, she did.
That's the only other theory that I can think of, is that she's not like Elson's direct like descendant, or like not his granddaughter, but like his niece or something potentially.
Ask if Scarlet and Molly can stay. Accidentally traumatized children. I remember that.
I do remember that. That was a good time.
Okay,
Was that the same time that I got a brooding Kenny off the roof?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. So Ilaria was friends with
multiple
Elson.
times though.
She knew about the birthmark, but she doesn't know much. Her husband, Element, knew Elson. Elson had a sister, but that's all she said.
Probably didn't know the sister like she knew Elson. She just knew of her.
Does Elwin have like Elson's memories? Is that why he knows so much about the world, the old world?
I mean, yeah, he's a clone, so he has everything is the same.
Oh, so... Yeah, okay, and then we met Gadget. Hey.
Hey.
Right after that. Hey.
I don't know. I think our theories are fun to kind of mess around with and play with and see how they pan out.
Mm-hmm.
And how they change the longer the campaign goes for.
So, what has been the biggest theory change of yours then? Because I know you guys have had some right from the get-go, and what do you think has been the biggest change between them?
Oh man, now I have to try and think back on like most of our like bigger theories.
Yeah, I gotta go back beyond.
While we think on this one, I have a question for you, DM, along the same lines. What has been your favorite player theory so far?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was one that Gadget had that was very, very close to what I actually had, like had planned. I think it had to do, I could be wrong. I think it did have to do with can't even remember now. No, there was one that he basically like nailed it, like right on the head.
Was it the whole dragon thing with Talia?
Oh, she has a thing with dragons?
No,
Or was that just us connecting dots?
that was you guys connecting dots. No, and I gave you guys. I literally pieced that together for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember some of the ones you guys have had now.
Yeah, right?
I know what the latest one is.
I think, like, from a character standpoint, the funniest theory that we've had is, just from the reactions that we always get when it gets brought up is, the whatever the Children of the End are doing to people theories.
Mummifying them.
Turning them into mummies, turning them into zombies, like maybe the Children of the End are part vampire. Like, it's entertaining to me to hear all of our, like, wild theories on what might actually be going on there. Like, we've got a little bit of a glimpse of an idea of, like, what they do now that we know connections of stuff, but I think that one's always really funny to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that they do, so you never know. Everyone could be right.
True. Everyone.
I can't remember the one that Gadget had.
He's had a lot of theories.
He comes up with quite a few, and he'll actually like say them out loud. Like a lot of you guys like keep them to yourselves. And it's like, oh, I knew it. But he'll actually say it, and I'm just like holding my tongue because I'm like, oh man, he's like so close.
The connection coming. No, that was just another like everything's connected. That wasn't the theory. Never.
It's hard remembering them, so if you guys can't think of one, don't worry about it. But like,
Yeah, I'm going through. Nothing. Oh, I do forget one thing about Gadget. He said he hadn't seen his parents in a really long time. So is that one of his objectives, to see if they're actually dead? Or is that just more of like parent trauma for everybody?
he kind of wants to know, like, just to get some closure.
I mean, that's how all of this started on Elaine's side with Elson
Mm-hmm.
and getting her memories back and stuff. She just wanted a confirmation. Like, dead, alive.
And now it's so
Go-
much worse for
mean-
you.
Well, now it's not that it's so much worse, it's just so much more complicated.
Yeah, like I can see the life takers having him and the kid somewhere, because like what better way
That's
to
what
like
I
hide
originally
than
thought.
in a top secret organization. Like, yeah, they might experiment on you a little bit, but hey,
That's what I originally thought, but at the time, I also didn't think that I had a child that was still alive either. Like, I just assumed it's like he's been stuck with the life takers and being brainwashed.
but do you
and-
think it's more that he
I don't know.
like made a deal with them for like protection, or
Maybe-
that he's been taken? Because like no
I
one really
mean-
knows about them, and you try to mention it, and they immediately try to kill you. Well, not kill you; they dissuade you.
I think there's a strong possibility, as everything stands right now. Like, we know how the Crimson Angels are, just
Mm-hmm.
in general. But no one knows a lot about the life takers, and anyone who starts talking or asking questions gets
Because
dealt
chicken
with.
eggs.
And so right now, I think, like, we've always assumed. Man, those dogs in the alleyway. Hey!
Always.
We've always assumed that them being called the life takers meant that they killed people.
Mhm.
What if it's like a witness protection program?
It would make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they're very aggressive with their.
And they're
witness
very
protection.
secretive. They're
very
dedicated to their
secretive.
craft.
It seems likely to me. I'm on that train where he made a deal with them, and they're like actually doing like a protection program. I mean, they're getting something from him as well. This
I
isn't,
think
like,
it's definitely a possibility,
I
but
don't think he could
also
leave if he wanted to. But
knowing the fact that his father is a very powerful magic user, which means he is also a very magical power user. Very powerful magic
Wrong.
user. I swear, I have not been drinking tonight.
I don't
I
believe that for a
swear.
second.
That very magical power user.
I mean, that's a sentence. That goes.
You understood what I meant. I think he may be in a similar to Elson's situation.
Mm.
Where
Yeah.
he's in like another little plane of existence.
Or you mean Elwyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
I mean, yeah, it is the
Same.
same, just slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh, I did. So I found the birthmark that I drew, and I've got a bunch of like different like theory notes around it. and this was about the birthmark and all that stuff. So my one was Elson's related to Molly. I also had Elson's son. I had Owen and Elson brothers question mark, but I had scratched that one out at some point. But I figured I got it right on a couple of them. But I mean, you kind of gave us that one because you said that she's his bloodline.
Well, yeah, you guys cast Speak with Dead, so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, is what the mark overall has to do. Because, yeah,
I
it's
think
related
it's
to the
just,
bloodline,
like-
so it could be like a sorcery thing, or it could be like a contract thing that maybe
I think
follows
it
a
may
family.
just be like a hereditary thing that
Magical thing.
like everyone in they've done it so many times in different movies where it's like there's gonna be someone born into this bloodline and they're gonna have this birthmark and it's gonna mean this.
Oh,
it's
they all
just-
have the same birthmark, right?
Yeah, but this could just be anyone born into this family that bears this birthmark is a very magical power, very powerful magic user.
It has the magical
You
power.
good?
Power with the magic.
I'm just trying to make this more entertaining for people.
Yeah, that's totally it, right?
I swear to drunk I'm not God.
Doubt.
All right. Kenny, have you come up with your question yet?
Yeah, we gotta have at least one.
I spent the last few minutes distracted with my dog wanting out, so no.
Okay, well, you have 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Come on, man.
Okay. Anyone else?
The robot and his dog. How do they like the wizard house?
Oh, they're loving it.
They're loving it. We have actually met a dog before. I was going through my notes. I'm like, oh shit, we did meet a real life dog.
Yeah.
It was good.
We saved him. We made him feel better.
Cookie.
Good old Cookie. So, we know that the wizard couple has been able to live significantly longer because of them being in their own, like, personal bubble. Does this also mean that now that Cookie lives with them, she will also live longer?
Immortal doggo?
They will try and keep Cookie alive as long as possible.
That's like every dog owner's dream right there.
How he use all this magic and power.
That's what I'd do if I had magic and could, like, extend lifespans. I would expand doggo lifespans.
I feel like I had another one. Oh, as a DM, what was your biggest, like, surprises to character reactions? Like, what did we do that threw you for, like, a big loop? And you're like, oh shit, now I gotta replan, restructure. We've murdered many people. I feel like that's on the note. That's normal for us.
Yeah, that happens all the time. You guys are always killing people. Honestly, with the way I run my stuff, nothing you really do screws me over. One of the biggest surprises was the fact that you just randomly murdered that dude who was just wanting his stuff not touched.
It was an accident. I swear that was a complete accident.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast this guy's head off.
We
I was
we
trying to get close to his face to scare him.
we just established that Veda needs more target practice.
She
We
really-
just
she's not-
established that you don't need to give somebody 4 warning
That
shots.
also we established that, you know, maybe trying to get as close to his head as possible with a giant beam of energy isn't exactly a great idea.
Next time, let's go for the knees.
With a ball of energy that you don't have a scope on.
I'm just like, there.
Yeah,
Are
that
you
looks
trying to
good.
use your hand to like measure
I'm
stars
just
with his
blasting
head?
this guy.
If I keep his head right here,
Here, and then
it should
move
go
this
that
way.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
No,
I'm sorry
you.
to that man.
Yeah, that was a bit of shock.
But what one of us does, we all do. We're all in it together.
But yeah,
Establish that.
like you guys. That's the thing is like I'm not ever really thrown off. Maybe I've just been with you guys for too long. You know, I kind of already know what you're gonna do.
Have we done
have
anything in this campaign that's been just maybe not thrown you off, but unexpected? Course of action kind of thing?
Honestly, a lot of the stuff that Dash did in Misery, that was like, okay, was not expecting that.
I did take
That
a
was
dark
a
note.
different level.
That was the Dark Batman.
You guys, Kenny going all out in his torturing, that was something I wasn't really expecting.
Yeah.
Neither were we.
And honestly, so here's the thing, and I'll reveal the curtain a little bit here because I did already to Elaine and Gadget after you guys left. So, Kara was actually supposed to be dead there, and I changed my mind like just as I was coming to it. It was kind of like, no. I feel like Elwyn would want to keep his hands clean because he has so far, for the most part, like not done anything to anyone, right? Like Ashley, he did not finish her off. He gave the ability to finish her off to Elaine. He just silenced her so she couldn't do anything, and then held her up for Elaine to finish off. And all of his dirty work and stuff like that, he doesn't need to do anything anymore because now he has a giant cult following he can get to do stuff. He has Kenny, who owes him 7 favors to get to do whatever he wants him to do. And he
The whole group
honestly,
still owes him 2 on top of that.
yeah, he honestly has not murdered anyone on his own. Like he has not done a single war crime whatsoever. Unlike some people.
Everything's fair in love and war.
No. But yeah. No, like some of the things that you guys do just like during battles and things like that does surprise me, but nothing like role playing wise really shocks me that much because like I kind of have gotten to know you guys enough that it's like I kind of know where this is going. The one thing that did actually shock me was Kenny was like, oh, I'm all Kara's like basically my girlfriend, blah 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 blah. And then the second that Talia invites him into the bathroom with her, he's like, all right, I'm down. And it's
I'll
like,
be honest,
I mean,
that
okay,
part
it's the
didn't
apocalypse.
actually cross my mind until it was too late.
so yeah, and that's kind of like, really, Kenny's like just down for this, hey? But yeah, I guess with Kara being like kind of rude to him, then I guess that kind of makes sense. But like at the same time, you'd think Kenny'd be a little bit more, smart when it comes to not pissing off the girl he's lived with his entire life.
Yeah.
But no, like
So-
just random stuff like that. It's like that surprised me. some of the reactions that you guys have had to some of the random encounters, like I wasn't expecting you guys to just steal his mech suit. Like that was another
Wasn't
thing.
expecting us to do that either.
I
No,
just
we
assumed
weren't.
we were going to steal it.
The way I had that scenario figured is we weren't going to. And then we almost died in there because we so I imagined like, okay, we could steal this, or he could just lead us there and we could get some stuff and we could sell that for some really high prices. And then, well, that didn't pan out because we underestimated the security inside of the place, so we said, screw it, let's just steal the mech suit instead.
Not a doggo.
We can
So-
chop it and...
I was so disappointed by that fight. If I got one more turn, I was going to put my repulsion glove into a bullet hole and just set it off on their internals.
I feel
What
like that...
is that?
It's a dog, right? It's a
Is
dog
there a dog
snoring.
snoring?
Not on my side.
Cody's
I know dog is
snoring.
snoring. Yeah, good boy.
He's like right here.
Wow. It's
When
very
your dog's
loud for a
working, when your
dog
dog's
snoring.
Well, he's like right here, so... And the mic on this is really good.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
anyway.
boy.
But yeah, nothing really like
He's tired.
nothing really surprises me anymore. Like I've come to expect that you guys are just gonna throw caution to the wind and do whatever you want at this point. So it's like, all right, I'm down. All right, we've come to that point in this Q&A where I will also allow one question that will reveal something big about the actual game. So feel free to discuss amongst yourselves what you'd like to actually ask, and then I will reveal what I can.
We're gonna ask about the +3 short sword and where it's hidden, right?
Absolutely not.
That's got to be the number one.
I feel like that's a waste of our question,
What
though.
barrel did you put it in? Okay.
Go ahead and
I
ask
feel
it.
like that's a waste.
He's gonna tell us. It'll change the whole campaign. We'll be invincible. I'll hold it with my tail.
Just ask, who's the BBEG?
No, he won't give us that one. Let's see.
I mean, I'm always curious about the darkness that was in Chorus. And how that, like, when they first found the portal, they weren't trying to escape, right? They were just like, oh shit, what's this?
Yeah.
But then it became an escape route.
Well, I think that's why all the monsters had started to come through. Because the people just started coming over out of interest.
It's so cute.
I'm
Just
so
living his
sorry.
best little life. But now, like, I'm trying to wonder if, like, that's why I think the tattoo holds more than just this is a magic family. Like, if there was a pact gone wrong or something that tied them where he had, like, advanced knowledge, like, hey, we gotta get out of here. And now he's trying to find more of his family with that particular mark. Either take control of the goop or get rid of the goop. Or to fight off goop.
I don't know. I feel like he'd be trying to harness it for something.
Or this, like, pact might actually demand someone of his bloodline. Because, like, the sister is missing.
The sister is, I don't know.
Sister is, who knows? But if sister is...
But we know that he was
Yeah.
after Molly because it's his bloodline.
Mhm.
We know that's why Elaine's husband and daughter went into hiding because she's his bloodline. So I mean, it would make sense that.
Yeah, the father said he wanted to join forces. But he didn't say what against or for.
No, but the way he made it sound seems like it's not a good thing. And he might need as much of the, like, magic in his bloodline to do
Maybe,
it
but
as
I mean, he
possible.
killed his son.
He got someone to kill his son. I'm pretty sure Elle killed
Maybe,
him.
but sure, who killed him?
Elle,
Think
the
so?
woman that was with Molly.
Probably, yeah, that's fair. But we found him hiding under the bed or something, didn't we? Like our characters don't remember that, but Invisible Man was in the house when we were investigating murder.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was just watching, just wanted to watch his son get brutally attacked. That could be a thing.
I mean, we could use that as a question to ask why he was there if we wanted to.
I mean, the mark was still on him, but covered. So it's not something he can take from his dead children, but it's something he needs his grandchildren for, specifically. And his son was born on Earth, so it's not about them being born there, but it has something to do with them.
It has to be the bloodline and the fact that he said, like, that bloodline, it passes down to where they're all going to be very powerful magic users.
He's playing the super long game and wants to raise his grandchildren to be evil, or there's something about them being tied to humanity.
From what I understand,
like
he doesn't want to raise
them.
them, he wants to train them, like put them through a Nazi boot camp.
Maybe let's not use that. I understand what you're saying, but maybe let's not use that term while we're live on the internet.
Well, we won't get demonetized for that.
We're not monetized to
Totally.
begin with, so.
Exactly.
Well, no, I'm not
lose
saying we're
everything
trying
to
to
gain.
start one. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
Bad
yeah,
And we
giving
find
people
out
a-
next
Yeah.
week we are now banned.
yeah. Let's just chill on that. Let's just chill on that. But
Fair enough.
is that what your question is?
I'm curious about that personally. I'm curious about the darkness and how it relates to
oh, you know what else I want to know,
tattoos.
but we can only ask one.
What?
Remember how Scarlett said her husband kept a notebook, but she couldn't read any of it?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not in the house anymore. I want to know what happened to that. Maybe Elson has it?
I would assume Elson took it.
Maybe.
Maybe he went back to the house to take the evidence after he had El kill his son.
That's what's been that's part of what's been bugging me is where's that notebook? Because I want to read it.
It was all in Elvish, right?
Scarlett couldn't read it, so I'm assuming it was all in Elvish.
But he told her it was about his day-to-day, which we were like...
Yeah, it was like a daily journal, but why would you write that in Elvish so no one else could read it?
But everyone can read Elvish.
Most
It's like
everyone.
the most common language.
Not everyone, just all of you.
Everyone can
All
read
of us.
Elvish. It's been established.
There's also no guarantee that he took it when he went back for it, because I did see him running away.
Yeah, like it could have been an oopsie, like, oh damn, he kept
Yeah,
a journal. Gotta
He
go
could
back
have
to
taken
that.
it the first time too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, like, when we found him, did he take it? It's like... So our two options right now are... Where, like, what happened to the notebook, I guess, is the most plausible to where we actually get some kind of answer.
He cast invisibility on it. It's been sitting there the whole time.
How did you know?
Like, oh my god.
And... I don't know how you'd want to word the other part of that with Elfin, like...
I don't know. I feel like that's a really long answer.
Like, what's he do? What was he? Why was he there?
If he's directly connected to the darkness, or if he's just fleeing from it like everybody else, I guess would kind of be my question. Because I have the feeling the Magic Tattoo family is connected to the consequences of what happened to Chorus. Either him personally, or maybe it was like a family pact thing. A blood magic thing.
This question's always hard because it's like you have to decide. What do you really want to know?
Nathan, what do you care about?
I'd say right now more of the darkness than the book.
What's probably
It could have so many answers in it, though.
But if the answer is just, oh yeah, Elson has it. That's kind of... Oh, okay. Cool beans. But then those dogs could be like, yeah, they're not involved. I'll be like, oh. Cool beans.
And the snoring's back.
No.
I woke up and tried to move him. So it was quieter.
Oh, text Gadget, let him be the decider. Book or goop? What should we ask about?
It's a good idea.
Since he's not here, he can decide the most important question. Book or goop?
Will he message the group? He's.
We're gonna try it. Book or goop.
Perfect.
I guess in the meantime, while we wait to see if Gadget will choose for us, just as a fun question, like, I know, Veda, you already have some magical ability.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you guys could choose to just have one spell, like as your character sits today as of last game, if you could have one spell, what would it be?
Fireball! It would be the, oh, everyone's in a small room? Fireball!
There's no I in team, but there are 6 in bucket. I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
Oh, that's a good question, because she's such an up close and personal fighter that magic generally takes up an action that is, it would have to be like,
Armor of Agathis.
I have armor of Agathis.
No. Great spell.
It's a good one. It's a great one. I don't use it that much.
Never used it once.
I have used it once.
Oh, you did? When?
When did I activate armor of Agathis? It was...
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It got like blown away really quickly.
Yeah.
But I was
you did
fighting
use
somebody.
it. I do remember.
It did help, though.
I think something like that, something to either buff up AC or HP, because I feel like her health is a little lower than a lot of other people's. So either like something like Armor of Agathis, or
Get Vampiric Touch.
that would be cool.
Yeah,
Sharpen
being a
Grasp,
vampire
something
first,
like
yeah.
up close, and that would go with her like kind of melee abilities. So I do love like her teleporting though, like a dimension.
Oh, you could
door.
do, like, inflict
Badass.
wounds.
Yeah.
You grapple a lot, so you could also do, like,
Well, Vampiric Touch is an actual spell.
no, yeah.
Yeah, I know. But
Alright.
yeah, something that would work well with grappling if there
Hellish
was...
Rebuke would be a good
I
one
have
for
that
you.
one too. I've used that a few times.
Yes,
I know.
you used it on, what's it called? Ashley.
Oh, yeah!
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh. So we got Kenny with Fireball. What would Elaine have?
So, before last game, I probably would have said, like,
I wonder what the answer is going to be now then.
I would have said, like, Shatter, which I think is what I used in the past with her.
Yep.
or like Thunderwave or something like that.
I'm the infiltrator, but I'm gonna get the loudest spells possible.
A boom.
They would be more of so my thinking behind that would have been it would at least be something that she could use in a pinch. If there's, just she can't shoot her way out of this many people. Okay, shatter or just something to try and buy her some time.
I'd say Thunderwave is probably your best bet because it pushes people away
push
too.
them.
I think.
Yeah. But it definitely would have been something along those lines. However, given
It's sending now.
I would probably choose sending.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a cute one.
You could only do it like once per day though.
Yeah, I know, but that's still like a message a day.
Oh.
Be something.
Kenny, I feel like you made a bad decision. I would have gone with time stop for you.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
You stop time and literally shoot every you can shoot how many times in a round?
I think I'm up to, if I use all my stops, I think I can get 4.
Yeah, so you roll a d4 and that's how many rounds time stops. And then in that time, you now have shot, let's say the average being 2 or whatever, you've shot 8 times now. It's like you stop time for 2 seconds, and then when time comes back, 12 seconds, when time comes back, everybody who was fighting people, all of their opponents just drop dead. Like, that'd be the coolest.
I didn't know if
that'd be the
that's
coolest
amazing.
thing. It's a level 9 spell, that's why you don't know about it.
Okay.
It's not that long.
But it's just just the image in my head of like somebody casts time stop, everything stops for them, they shoot 8 people, and now it's like as soon as their allies come back, everybody they were fighting just falls to the ground in front of them, and they're like, what just happened?
That would
my
be
God.
amazing.
Yeah, it's just a cool image in my head. Anyway, did we get a response back? I don't think so.
I have not
Nope.
gotten a response, so would
we
you
roll
guys
the
like me to
dice?
roll a... Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want me to roll for it?
Roll for it.
Okay, Ripley.
Oh,
You need to help me pick a die, baby. Which one? Which one? That one? Okay.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so I figure... What, 1 to 10? And then 11 to 20?
Oh, which is which?
1 to 10.
I'm gonna let you guys decide that because I already know the outcome of the die.
1 to
Oh.
10 is book.
So we're asking about the goop.
The goop.
So
I just
what-
went on
what
the
is-
order of the text.
What is the actual question?
Okay, let me think here. I want something good.
You're asking about the
Um,
goop, but like, what is the
Mhm.
actual question? Just what is the goop? I can give you that pretty easy.
We need more time.
Well,
Well, no, I guess it would be more of is Elson trying to stop it or harness it?
how is Elson related to goop?
How do they connect?
Do I get away with they don't really? No.
Rip, we're done. Okay.
So Elson's messing around with stuff that he doesn't really 100% get. He's been doing it for quite some time, so he's probably more knowledgeable than anyone. What's his face talking about the darkness or whatever?
Mhm.
That's part of the goop thing. And you fought like dark creatures as well. They were quite powerful, right? So
Mhm.
now having seen this, it's like, okay, power, darkness. So he's basically tried making it so that he can harness it better. So that being said, he was already a powerful magic user, and now he's even more powerful with that on his side. And I think that's all I'm gonna give you.
So he's harnessing the goop.
It's not
Was the
good.
book the better question?
No, because the answer would have been I'm not.
Damn.
The answer would have
Is
been
there-
Nelson has it.
Probably.
Is there a
feel
good
like that's the
answer to
answer.
where is that book?
I mean, yeah, it's an easy answer.
It's not the question you would have rather us ask.
No, I feel like I didn't really reveal that much of this either. There is experimentation going on as to how it affects things and how it makes things more powerful. But in the process, as you have been revealed to by Elwyn, his body is reacting to. Elwyn is very handsome. He's got a full head of hair. He's got like a fashionable looks and stuff. Elson, on the other hand, was bald. His teeth look like meth mouth. And like he's just not doing well. His eyes are smoky. But it's like Elwyn, on the other hand, very charismatic, can lead a cult no problem.
But you don't even see his face when he leads a cult.
He gets the kitty cat face. You know that starts cults way easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone loves the kitty cats.
All cats start cults.
All cats start cults.
Yeah, all cats are cult leaders. All right,
Cult bastards.
final thoughts, final questions, anything. Lightning round.
Okay.
Feelings on where this campaign is going.
Feelings?
Yeah,
Feelings.
how do you feel?
For the most part, I feel like I'm actually starting to keep you guys on track a little bit, because I keep giving you guys what's it called? Nuggets, I guess. Like you guys
Love me
are.
some nuggets. Literal and figurative.
So like, if I want you to do something, I literally just throw one of your people into the mix, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go there. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, basically. Gonna run out of people at this point.
No, I won't, because I just add. It's like, oh, Beta's grandpa is alive.
No! Aw.
Papa made it out. He's in a wheelchair, but he made it out.
He's just rolling across
He's
the
just
wasteland.
wheeling across.
Started his own cult.
We'll put some jetpacks on Papa. I am excited and terrified to see where this game goes and see how everything else unravels.
How much time would you say is left in this campaign?
Well, you guys are only level 10, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a full level 20 campaign. I think after you guys deal with the Beast Riders, you'll get to level 11. But yeah, level 20 campaign, then you'll probably play a few games at level 20, and then we'll end the campaign.
Okay, so I have a lot of time to figure out how to make my next shitty campaign.
Will we leave Texas? It's a shitty.
No, I do not have plans on Texas. I don't even have plans on you guys exploring all of Texas either.
You chose a real big state. You should have gone with Rhode Island. Very small.
Pretty sure he said our next campaign he runs is gonna be like a small town.
Yeah, the next campaign it takes place in a town in Canada, so get your Canadian accent.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey.
Maple syrup,
Yeah,
babe.
hooser.
We're just gonna binge Letterkenny and
Perfect.
just talk like that.
Perfect. So yeah. Anyway, no, and honestly, Kenny, if you feel like you need more time, I'd be glad to run. It's gonna be.
Mine can also take over as like
Yeah.
main game for a while if we need it to.
Yeah.
Because I know
I am
we're
looking
doing that one
forward
off
to
and
your.
on.
I'm looking forward to your next one, Madison. If you let some of my ideas fly.
Your ideas?
No, I want
I
my
can't
emo
say
boy
with
for your
everyone
campaign,
here.
Nathan.
You'll have to text
I
them
do
to me
need
because I don't
my
remember.
Surfer Boy Paladin.
Yeah, I need my emo boy. My emo boy.
I have pretty good ideas of the main issues most of your characters are having.
Lots.
Yeah, so
Lots.
like I said, if you guys do need more time, if I'm being 100% honest, like,
Are you
I'm perfectly
okay?
fine being like the forever DM. Like, I really don't enjoy running games. I enjoy throwing these things at you. I enjoy like this. Like I said, these past 5 games, past 6 games, however long, I don't remember, have been so much fun for me because it's like all these things that have like been in the works and like happening in the background. It's like finally I get to reveal them, and you guys had no idea whatsoever, and it was great.
So, I don't know if I'll run a second game ever, but I want to try running a campaign at least once.
Yeah, that's
And there will not be as much going on in the backgrounds as Madison's.
Yeah, that's fine. I
That's
didn't have a
fine.
whole lot going around in the background either.
Nope.
It'll probably be,
Way
oh, you
across
guys
your
aren't
shit.
there? Yeah, that part of the world doesn't currently exist. Nothing's happening there.
So are you guys, this is another question I have for you. Are you guys actually surprised at how connected everything is?
Like, I figured things would be connected. I didn't realize they would be this intertwined, like a
Yeah.
messed up yarn ball situation.
I'm not at all surprised because I'm pretty sure last time I was at your house, you told me everything is connected.
I've told
okay.
everybody that everything
He's
is
told
connected.
all of us everything is connected.
Okay.
I didn't think he meant literally every single
every
thread.
So usually he is fairly honest, so it's just like, oh, okay, I'll figure this out eventually.
Did you figure it out though? Did anybody figure
When-
any of this stuff actually out?
When I say figure it out, I include being directly told by you under that umbrella.
Yeah.
That's not really
Yeah,
figuring it out now, is it? So, like, have you guys actually got to a point where you're like, oh, I saw this coming before I was actually in the moment of reveal?
No.
Not in like perfect detail, but I have figured out some things were related, just not to what extent.
I think I've definitely gotten close, like, this has something to do with this. And then it gets revealed, and it's like, okay, I was on the right track.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
It's mostly been vague, but I think I've gotten a good amount of surprise. I'm having a good time.
I'll be honest,
I
I'm not.
like the surprise.
I'm not really big on like theory crafting, so I just play in the moment.
I really enjoy the theories you guys do come up with, because it's like when you guys have ones that are like really close, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see how you got there. But yeah, no, like, honestly, running the game has been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to be a player. But like I said, if you have, if nobody else wants to run, like, I am perfectly fine keeping. I have so much fun just building things,
So
and
some
piecing
point,
things together.
some point sooner than later, I do want to try running a one-shot with the characters from the campaign I'm building. But to do that, I also need to figure out how to run a one-shot.
Why don't you do it this Friday?
No.
Whoa, that would be so much fun. I want to
I'm-
play Bellamy, please.
I'm busy this
Please.
weekend.
I feel like
well, that
everybody is,
throws
to be-
my other situation. My
No, I
oh no,
can
I can't Friday. Never mind.
I'm free as
Yeah,
a bird.
I'm out this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
That's why we're doing this Q&A and
Saturday.
then uploading it next Monday. So
We're not
this
playing a
Monday,
game on Friday?
no, we don't have a
Christmas.
game on Friday. It's
Christmas
Christmas
is
Eve.
Sunday.
Well, so for me, Chris has to work Christmas Eve. So we're going to his parents on Friday. And then we're going to my grandparents on Sunday. So if people are free on Christmas Eve, I can do a Christmas Eve game.
Christmas
Yeah.
Eve is when my family does everything.
I'm packing up my house and moving again, so I'm
Yeah.
not available.
Damn
At all.
it.
I might find like a pre-done one shot to follow.
The Wendy's one. Get the It's a free campaign that Wendy's put out, but we put our characters in there for your campaign, and we're fighting for Queen Wendy.
I just remembered
Against
some things
Frozen
I'm
King.
planning for my So yeah, I think I have some good ideas for the campaign I'm wanting to run, so I do want to try to run it.
Yeah. It would be as simple as we're all just happen to meet at a crossroads, and a dragon attacks, and we'll.
I do also really love entertaining the idea once this campaign eventually ends that we do a battle royale with our Shattered Earth characters and people can get a glimpse at our Descendia characters from pre-stream.
Yeah, I kind
Yes,
of
the
am
ferret
interested in that.
Isn't that
I
just
think
Elaine
that'd be
kills
fun.
everybody? Isn't that just how that goes?
No, we're not. I honestly don't think that's the case because Elaine can, I feel like, be taken out pretty quickly by like Kane or Eric.
Yeah, if either of those get near me, Elaine's done.
Like Kenny will beat pretty much anyone if he can be far away, just because he can kill them before they can get close.
But also
Oh,
the thing
saying.
is, didn't Kane have like a 27 AC or something stupid by the end?
I don't
Oh,
Really?
right. Yeah. But Kenny
God
generally
damn.
would stand a pretty
Paladins.
good chance if he's far away, but if he's close,
old
he
for
will lose
beta.
to everyone.
But yeah, no, I'd be down, but it's just, and then Nordal just won't die ever.
Barbarians, man.
I want to tell people about my campaign ideas, but y'all are in it, so no.
Yeah, it sucks.
Won't tell.
That really sucks because like I said, I used to be able to tell Des about all of my games. And then she started listening, and I'm like, well, I can't tell you anything now because you're listening. And then she started playing, and it's like, well, I really can't tell you anything now because now you're playing.
So I talk to random people online, and when I'm thinking of D&D, they'll just get like random like paragraphs about what I'm thinking about.
I wish I could talk to you guys about what's going on in Masks of Fate, but
It just ruins it. But it sucks to have to be like, I can't tell you. I
see-
want to tell someone.
See that's why I'm so excited whenever I do like these lore drops. It's like, oh my goodness, you guys have no idea how long I've been sitting on this stuff.
I do like watching players squirm when you just give them like little. Here's a little bit. They go, what does it mean?
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know.
we've been doing this for almost 2 hours now, so
Oh boy.
we're gonna be ending it here. But yeah, so this Q&A, like you're watching it live on Monday, just after the actual game got uploaded. But if you have, if you're aware, as we said last time, we're gonna be uploading this next Monday so that we're not missing a week. And then you guys, we are likely gonna do a game New Year's weekend. Either the Saturday or the Sunday, because we will also I have the Monday off. And then the Sunday we'll likely be able to do it like in the afternoon as well. So we could
Perhaps.
do it in the afternoon and go into the evening, play in our 6-hour game. That's your 6-hour game is gonna be in Eternity, hey?
Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
In
Yay.
eternity? What do you mean?
The bunker?
This,
Eternity is the name of the bunker.
Oh!
Our next game will be our 6-hour game, and we are in Eternity.
Okay, I might have to.
we're gonna be the safest we've
Uh,
ever been.
I don't know if I'll try.
Nothing will go wrong.
You don't know what? Sorry.
I'm gonna be visiting. I don't know if I will have. I gotta check
I thought you said
where
that
I'll
you would be
going.
fine with.
Yeah,
had
I
that
think it's another
discussion.
New Year's. You haven't. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
We said it last week, or sorry, on our recap episode.
Right after I left.
Nope. Oh, it might have been. Yeah, it might have
Yes, it was.
been. So what you're saying is you didn't listen to the recap.
I was in the. I listened to the echoey real episode.
You should have listened to
Who
the
are you?
recap. You would have known.
So,
All of you.
for context, Veda, what we did last year is we did a long extended game New
She was
Year's
there.
Eve into the
I
New
was on
Year.
duty.
Do you remember?
yeah,
Remember?
you
Yeah,
were
it wasn't
you
part
ended
of
up
it.
watching later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
when that was when Courtney died.
Are you gonna miss that one again? Miss the New Year's game?
I'll
But we're
try
in a
not to.
bunker.
With
in your
replicators.
bunker.
Above ground.
It's partially above ground.
You could get anything you wanted that you missed from your home, and you're not even gonna be there. You'll be in your plot coma.
I will try my best.
I
do
guess I'll
what I
just have to
can.
steal you a replicator.
And use it where? Anyway, sorry.
Figure it
Got
out.
distracted again. New Year's, we're likely going to be doing a game. Probably going to be one of our 6-hour games. Maybe even 8 hours. We'll find out. D&D all
12-hour
day.
game.
12 hours is excessive, Kenny. Jeez.
Maybe.
Don't be a coward. Do 16.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
done a
fine.
12-hour stream before.
Might as well do 24 at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just waste an entire day. Anyway.
48
I don't
hour
think that's
stream.
wasted.
Anyway, okay, so that is where we're gonna call it tonight. Yeah, we won't see you next week, unless they decide they're gonna do something, which from the sounds of it, they're not. And then we will likely see you either the 31st or the 1st, and we'll stream for as long as we can before we finally are like, you know what, we're out of ideas. Moving on.
One of us is crying too much to continue.
Yeah, that'll be it. It'll be Elaine. Elaine seems to be the only one I can actually break. So, actually no, I was told that Kenny cried during one of the games. So
You've gotten to me.
Aww.
I'm just better at hiding it than Elaine.
Yeah, that's called turning your camera off.
yeah, it's true. Be a man, cry in front of the world. Anyway, so yeah, hope everybody enjoyed the Q&A. If you have any questions, leave them. We'll answer them on the next Q&A. Yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.